recognized symbol of excellence for your entertainment.
Billy Joel, Billy Joel. That's my real name. You know, sorry.
Welcome to Machino Music, the show that puts the music in Machino music, with your host, me, Brett Strong. Today on Machino Music, I'm in a New York state of mind. The topic is Billy Joel. Okay, I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm going to be talking about Billy Joel. Billy Joel's such a great artist. I love just great songwriters. And, you know, Billy Joel's one of those songwriters. Just, a lot of his songs are just so good. I mean, it's just so many great songs. And, you know, he's like a New York City icon. Like, if you're from New York, you're probably a huge Billy Joel fan. And, you know, I always thought, I mean, I'm in Canada, in Toronto. I kind of feel it's the same kind of thing, because Toronto is like the New York City of Canada. Ontario. A place to stand, a place to grow. Ontario. And I sort of felt that, so I just kind of had that connection to Billy Joel's music in the same kind of way. So he's got so many great songs, and so I just thought, you know, this is not a album ranking, not top 10 songs. This is just talking about the great artistry of Billy Joel. So let's start with this album. Got the giant CD format right here. Here's the standard CD format. The Stranger. Pretty much a perfect album. Moving Out, Anthony's song. The title track is fantastic. Just the Way You Are, beautiful song. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, classic. Bottle of Red, Bottle of White. Vienna, Only the Good Die Young, classic. She's Always a Woman. And then even the deep cuts, these were like lesser known songs, Get It Right the First Time and Everybody Has a Dream, but still great songs. I mean, this is like a perfect album. Every song on this is just memorable, great. I mean, like at least half this album, like 7 of the tracks were big hits. Radio staples. He's still here to this day. Released in 1977, still holds up. Phenomenal album. There he is on the back. Bottle of Red, Bottle of White. We just keep saying that. But yeah, love The Stranger. Showed this on my spooky album covers, because it is kind of a spooky album cover. Alright, how about this one? 52nd Street. The follow-up to The Stranger. And just really another classic. I mean, Billy was just putting out some great stuff. I mean, this one's got Big Shot. Big Shot is so good. Got Honesty, beautiful ballad. I mean, such a great song. I mean, the words are right here on the back. I'm just reading the words. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard, and mostly what I need from you. Man, that is poetry. Love it. You also got My Life, which was used as the theme song for the 1980s sitcom Bosom Buddies. Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari dressing up as women. Classic sitcom. And that was the theme song for it. Oh, there was like some bargain basement, cheapo budget version of the song. But it was a big song. Had to be on that. It was a theme song to Bosom Buddies. They also got Zanzibar on here. Rosalinda's Eyes. Until the Night. Probably one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. Very underrated song. Deep cut. I actually wrote a screenplay called Until the Night. Never produced because it was not good. But yeah, I named a unproduced screenplay after an obscure Billy Joel song. But yeah, just, this is a really good album. So what's the insert look like? Oh, here he is. He's holding that trumpet. Got this, here his band here. Mr. Steve Kahn. Big mustache. Guy playing the guitar there. Yeah. Liberty DeVito was a drummer. Great drummer. Underrated drummer. Yeah. Yeah, great album. Now let's talk about Stormfront. A lot of people kind of got off the Billy Joel train at this time. This is 1989. A lot of people kind of like, eh. Because, you know, a lot of people didn't like We Didn't Start the Fire. That's a great song, though. That is a banger, as the kids like to say.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
It's just basically just like the Big Bang. Like what create, like everything, like pop culture. From the 1950s until like currently 1980s. You get to like the Cola Wars, which was pretty well the last, I guess, big thing in the 80s. A lot of people think that he should just keep redoing this song. Like imagine doing this song now, like after, 2020 and like 9/11 and like all these, these big, moments. But no, we got the original. Still great. I don't care what anyone says. I love We Didn't Start the Fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Such a great song. Also, That's Not Her Style, the opening track. I really like that song. That's a really good tune. Downeaster Alexa. Great song. Great song if you're going on a journey.
And a good captain can fall asleep.
It's just one of those great journey songs. So good. I Go to Extremes. Oh man, I love that. Probably one of my favorite Billy Joel tunes. And So It Goes. I mean, there's some kind of boring tunes on this album, but there's some good ones. I mean, not one of the classics. Kind of a boring album cover too. There he is on the back wearing like a big jacket, freezing his ass off outside. But yeah, there he is, Billy Joel. Stormfront. Back in the 80s here with the classic, or early 80s here, the classic. The Nylon Curtain, 1982. Allentown is the big song on here. That's a great song. That's why Billy Joel, he's talking about all kinds of, this is like Allentown, Pennsylvania, I believe. It was there was like a union strike. There were factory workers who wrote a song about it. Wrote a song for the common man. So yeah, fantastic tune. Pressure. Great song, Pressure. And it got that weird video where it's like a dream and all this stuff, and he gets sucked into the carpet. Love it. Good Night Saigon, which is about Vietnam. We Will All Go Down Together. Very emotional song. She's Right on Time. One of my favorite songs on this album, probably one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. It's got that really funny video where he's like putting up his Christmas tree and then waiting for the girl to come over, and the Christmas tree falls down on him. It's making a huge mess. This whole apartment just becomes just a disaster area. Then the girl shows up and she's been through quite a night herself, and then it's like, yeah, well, let's just wallow in our own disaster. Great tune. Love She's Right on Time. Where's the Orchestra? Really good song. I'm looking at this the whole time. This was a beard album. Billy Joel with a beard. Classic look. Holding a coffee mug. Probably reading the sports page there in the newspaper. Alright, I'm saving this one. My favorite Billy Joel album. I would say this is a perfect album. Glass Houses. Kind of controversial at the time because this is 1980. New Wave was really big, and this is considered a new wave album. I mean, this was Billy kind of getting on the new wave thing. It kind of shocked people because he was known just kind of like singer-songwriter kind of stuff, piano bar stuff, the Piano Man. I remember I just remember I had an 8-track of Piano Man I could have gone and dug out, but that would have been a pain in the ass to do. So I got what was readily available. But yeah, he was known as piano bar guy, and here he is kind of doing this new wave thing. And kind of going here like with the skinny tie. That was part of new wave. But yeah, it was like, but it's such a great album. This is such a, I mean, You May Be Right, classic song. Sometimes a Fantasy, one of my favorites. Got that video where he like plays the two different guys, kind of like the, he's like the good guy, but then he's got the bad Billy Joel. Once again, got a beard, so he's bad. So good, and he's like calling the girl late at night. He's got the itch. Ooh, I didn't want to do it, but I got too lonely. But she wants nothing of it. She wants nothing of it. So she just hangs up the phone. Like, you calling him like a seedy hotel. How do I know you're not with somebody else? I ranted too much on that. But yeah, this is so good. Still Rock and Roll to Me, great. All for Lena, so good. I Don't Want to Be Alone. Sleeping with the Television On, one of my favorite songs. Not actually about sleeping with the television on. It's kind of like it's a metaphor, as it would be. But I like to think of it as actually you fell asleep with the television on, because who hasn't done that? C'est à toi, You Were the One. He sings in French. Yeah, this is just a perfect album. Love this album. Let's see, insert. Now here he is, his band again. Where's oh yeah, there's Liberty DeVito. He looks different. He doesn't have his big giant glasses on. I didn't recognize him. But yeah, Billy's not with him. It's like, okay, I'm all over the sleeve. I'm all over the jacket. So here you get your photo in the insert. I'm Billy Joel. It's my show. But yeah, love Glass Houses. Such a great album. And why don't we just finish here talking about the essential Billy Joel. This is if you just want the hits. This is a great compilation. I love this. You got Piano Man on here. Captain Jack, which was another early hit, one of the first songs, I believe, to say the word masturbate in it. The Entertainer, so good. Say Goodbye to Hollywood, which is actually very prophetic right now. I think we are going to be saying goodbye to Hollywood. I think it's like Hollywood as it was, the classic Hollywood. I mean, this song, that should be playing over everything, the strikes and everything going on at this current moment. I Say Goodbye to Hollywood. That is like the theme of, I think, what's going on in Hollywood right now, in show business. Yeah. New York State of Mind, of course. Yeah, this is just such a great compilation. And then disc 2, you got some of the 80s songs. You got Uptown Girl, great. Innocent Man's a fantastic album, which is also on here. And Innocent Man, the title track, so great. Matter of Trust, so good. Love Matter of Trust. Another song people say is probably one of the worst Billy Joel songs, but I actually really dig it. It's a good song. Tell Her About It, great. The Longest Time was kind of like a doo-wop tune, and the video is like him at a high school reunion, and he just starts singing with his old buddies. Let's Get the Band Back Together, and they're singing the doo-wop tune. And the janitor's looking like, what the hell are you guys still doing here? But yeah, great, love it. River of Dreams. all about soul, so good. I tried to get that song for, I'm never going to be successful. It's way too much money. I never would have got it. But I wanted to get it in my movie High Speed Flamingo. Stupid me thinking it was going to happen. I actually tried to write a message to Billy Joel. You know, you never know what can happen. Silence. Like he was really going to say, "Oh yes, use my song in your meager budget movie." Yeah. That's how I think sometimes. Reckless abandon. But yeah. But you know, just love it. Kind of got a beard here. A lot of beard Billy Joel years. And there he is on stage performing. Out from behind the piano. He would put on a show. Watching those live performances, he puts on a show. Like the Moscow concert that he did. So he's just all over the stage. Great. Love it. One of the big artists to perform in Moscow, Russia. And it was I don't know if that probably wouldn't happen now, but at the time it was a huge deal. It was the fall of communism and that whole thing was going on. He was the first big artist to perform there. It was a phenomenal concert if you ever want to check it out. So yeah, Billy Joel, phenomenal performer, phenomenal songwriter. I'm a huge Billy Joel fan, and if you are, I hope you enjoyed this. That's it for this week. Until we meet again, this is Brett Strong saying good journey.